Previously.
Hello people, Grace Mather here. Welcome to yet another episode on personal branding. If you're joining us for the first time, you can check our previous episodes on my YouTube channel, Grace Mather, and while at it, like, share, subscribe. Who should care about personal branding? Can you work your brand offline or off social media? Please advise on what my focus should be as I start my personal branding journey.
And now, part 2.
Question number 4. Question number 4 again. Let me read this out. It's a long one, so allow me read it as it is written here. How do you define your target audience? And who are the people who fit to be your target audience? Again, I think today we are addressing questions that come quite often or come in quite often. Your target audience. Even as I proceed to answer this in a more detailed manner, I want you to take note of these 3 items that you must factor in as you consider your target audience. Number 1, the people that pay you. Yeah. Then number 2, the people that influence the people that pay you. Number 3, your supporters. What do I mean? If you're a student taking a particular course and you're looking forward to be employed, your employer is the person that is going to pay you. So that is a target audience right there. So you're packaging yourself for your employer. The person that influences the person that pays you. There are so many people who are going to recommend you to your employer. These are people who influence the people that will pay you. So again, you have to make sure that you package yourself properly to the people that may say a good word or that may refer you to your potential employer. That explains the people that influence the people that pay you. Your supporters, again, these are people around you that could be even your classmates, people who believe in the solutions that you carry. You know, you can carry solutions, but again, people need to believe and buy into the solutions that you carry. People that tell you you're doing a good job, polish on this, if you do this, you'll become better. So again, these are people who are your supporters. They cheer you on. So those form your target audience. So going back to the question, we said that as a brand, you carry solutions, and these solutions are packaged, or you need to be well positioned to offer these solutions to the market. So if you're a student, then your target audience becomes people who are your potential employers. Or if you're planning to get into self-employment, not everybody wants to get employed. So if you want to get into self-employment, what solutions do you want to sell to the people? Be it goods, be it services. So who are the people who need those services? So if I may just take one particular example of somebody who has finished school and want to start up a business that, for example, sells electronics. So that means you need to define what sort of electronics are you selling? Who are the people who use or consume those particular electronics? Then those become your target audience. But remember, I've said you also need to target the people who influence the people who are going to come and buy those particular items. So it's a journey of being consistent, because anytime you're working or interacting with people, those could be your potential employers or potential customers. So you need to make sure that you're always ready and well packaged and consistent with your personal brand, and ready in a way that anytime your solutions are called upon, as a brand, you're well packaged and ready to deliver the solutions. But to define the question of how do you define your target audience, it has to be informed by the solutions you carry. Once it's clear the solutions that you carry, then you define for who are the biggest consumers of these solutions that I carry. Then in a nutshell, that's your target audience. So it's very difficult for you to define a target audience without clearly defining the solutions that you carry. So get clear on the solutions you carry, break it down to who needs these solutions. If you can break down the edges, the better. so that you know whether it's the young, the old, what ages particularly, where are they located, are they on social media, are they in the market, the local market, where are they exactly? Then you're able to position yourself in a way that they get to know you and they get to know the solutions that you carry. So I believe I've answered that question adequately, but feel free, if it's not well answered, feel free to reach out to me and I can also clarify. Question number 5, how can I strengthen my personal brand? Oh, this is a good question. Shows that the person probably already has a personal brand, which is a good thing, and they're seeking to enhance it or to strengthen it or to just get it basically better, which is highly recommended. If you remember from our previous episodes, we said that personal branding is a journey. It's a continuous journey of improvement, getting better and better even as you proceed on making your personal brand more enhanced. So how do you strengthen your personal brand? Just like anything else that requires maintenance, I would advise that you look at a good understanding of where you are and see where is it that I want to go. For you to strengthen your personal brand, it must be very clear where you are and where you want to go. Once you have it's clear in your head, you've established where you want to go, then what do you need or what does it take to get you to where you want to go? So for someone who is probably looking for a job or looking to be employed, you may realize that you probably need to get an extra course, go back to school, sharpen a certain skill. If you're in business, you probably require more marketing. You may need to become more pronounced in your marketing, maybe just to let more people know what you're selling. Some of you may even need to shift your shop or whatever it is that you're selling from the current location to another location. That's a way of strengthening your brand. But it has to be informed by a very good audit of where you are and where you want to go. So that then you know what it takes to get from where you are to where you want to get. Because if where you want to go is not well defined, then you will not know if you're making progress towards it. So some ways of strengthening your brand based on where you are, if you're a student, it could be that now you need to come up with a CV, a curriculum vitae that just summarizes who it is that you are, what you've achieved so far, your education and professional qualifications, and start sending that CV to potential employers. If you're already in the job market again, you may require to enhance your CV. You already have one, but you need to enhance it, make it look better. Look at how you present yourself to potential employers. Do you need to repackage yourself? If, for example, you're looking for a certain job, you're a marketer, you're an accountant, how should you package yourself? How will potential employers know that you exist? Some of you may need to get into a platform like LinkedIn, which is a professional network. That's an area that you can really use if you want to strengthen your personal brand. Remember, times do change. So how your brand was last year, how you communicated it last year, given the changes in time and seasons and technology, you need to reevaluate that. So some of you might actually consider getting into the social media space. I know there are some people who really are not keen on social media, but with the trends that we are in right now, you realize that we have quite a number of people on social media. So as a brand, if you want to reach more people, you may want to consider getting into the social media space. Again, that's a way of strengthening your brand. Some of the people in business do not have marketing material. Do you have a business card? Do you have an elevator speech, for example? Do you have a website? Where can people go to look for your services online? As we have said, now we're in the digital space. So just carrying a physical copy of a company profile may not be sufficient. You need to get that on a website. You need to put it in a place where those people on social media can access it. That's a way of strengthening your personal brand. If you need to go back to school and enhance your skills, if you had a diploma, get a higher diploma, if you had a certificate, get the diploma. You just go to the next step so that you become a thought leader in your space, because you need the knowledge, you need the expertise to continue being a thought leader in the area where you are an expert. So some of you may need to consider taking the next step in your education, be it a degree, be it a master's, be it a PhD, be it a professional course. All those are ways of strengthening your personal brand. So there are numerous ways of strengthening your personal brand, but they have to be informed by you being very authentic, obtaining feedback from your customers, your clients, your supporters, people who interact with you. Ask them how they feel when they interact with your brand. Are you happy with the feedback that you get? If you're not happy with the feedback, then come up with ways in which you can improve that brand so that then you're happy with the reflection that is outside there of who you are and what your brand is. So that's a very good way to strengthen your personal brand. So start by being very authentic, get feedback, evaluate your brand. Where is your brand right now? Where do you want your brand? It could be short-term, long-term. Where do you want to see your brand? Then come up with ways in which or means to get there. And there are numerous ways, as we have discussed, going back to school, coming up with a business card, developing a curriculum vitae, getting on the right social media platforms, So there are numerous ways to strengthen your personal brand. And remember, personal branding is a journey. It's a continuous journey. So it's okay. It's always, actually, that is the whole idea of personal branding. Keep improving and getting better. Now, today we have managed to answer 5 questions of what had come through the social media platforms. If you feel that any question was not adequately answered, I'm available. Reach me on my social media platforms. If you have my number, call. Let's have a discussion. Let's grow our personal brands together. Thank you, and see you in the next episode. Bye.